Hey guys, how you doing today? If everybody doesn't know, my name is Nick. I'm a homeless type 1 diabetic. I live in Sarasota, Florida in my van. And I don't know why I have such a hard time when I make these videos, but for some reason, sometimes they just don't go the way, like, I'm trying to go live or whatnot. And there we go. And sometimes it just doesn't show it like it's supposed to, but that's coming up now, so that is alright. Alright, it's another hot one today. I've been just dying in this heat. I didn't sleep barely at all last night. It was just so hot and miserable, and it's been hard, you know, the last few days or whatnot. I do have a busy day tomorrow, thankfully. I've got to go do the pressure washing on the exterior. I finally got a hold of me. So I'm starting the pressure washing on that tomorrow, and then I've got to go do a mulch job after that. So it's all lower end pay stuff, but it's work, you know. It's going to keep me fed and going, and I'll actually be able to save some money out of this one towards the boat. If everything goes good and I planned it right, I'll be able to pay my insurance, my phone, and get food for a week, and then also probably put away $500 towards the boat. So we'll be up to, hopefully after the end of this week, we'll be up to $530 towards the boat. 30 is through wonderful donation from you guys, and the 500 I will be putting up. So it's a little bit closer. I mean, still got a long ways to go, but that's a step, you know. I'm hopefully able to stay for the first one. So I had a question on one of my videos yesterday. I decided to come to Western Florida with my company to here. Now, originally, so I started my company. It was called Wicked Good Cleanouts in Maine, and I did very, very well up there, yes. And I had a good clientele base and all that. But once COVID came, because I started in 2016, in 2020 COVID came, as we all know, and it pretty much died out in Maine. Maine's very hard anyways. It's very seasonal. You get 3 or 4 good months of work, and then it's just really tough. Everybody's doing the same thing and all that. It just gets too cold. People don't want you in their house and whatnot. So I decided, you know, I'm originally from Florida, from this side of Florida, and so I decided to move the company down there, up here, because, you know, Florida was open and nobody else was. So I decided to move the company here. I was doing very extremely well here until I got very sick, lost the truck, and because I couldn't make the payments because I was in and out of the hospital. And then that's how I became homeless. So that's the answer to your question. Hopefully it's understandable why I did that, made my move. I'm always, you know, Florida's my home, you know. Maine is not. I went to school there for a little bit, so I have some friends up there. Like 1 or 2 people I consider, well, probably about 2 people I consider real friends up there. The rest of them really don't say too much to me. But this is always going to be my home. But I wanted to make sure I answered that question. It was so hot last night. Let me tell you what. I've officially not been sleeping in the bed anymore out back because it's too hot. There's no wind, so I've been sleeping in the front seat lately, and it's also hard to sleep in the front seat, but it's just way too hot in the back. I'll still take this heat any day over the freezing cold of Maine. And granted, now it's nice, but it don't stay nice for very long there. It gets very cold and very miserable and painful. Here, I mean, the heat is miserable, don't get me wrong, it sucks. Especially when you're sweaty and nasty all day and you can't shower or do anything else after. It makes it quite hard. But I've got to figure out, when I make these lives, for some reason it makes a scheduled one as well, and I don't want that. And it's this Prism app I'm using that's doing that. But with the Prism app, I can have the scrolly thing, I can have my URL code, I can have all this other stuff, so that's the reason why I use that. So, unfortunately, I don't know why it keeps messing up when I do my lives, because it does affect the viewership once I have to cancel it and restart it, but that's alright. So this is Front Park, and I forgot the name of the little tiki bar right there, but it's a really nice little place right there. I've never been in it or nothing, but it's very pretty. If you look past the tiki bar area, that's where my boat will be. once I eventually get one. It's the anchorage over here. It's the mooring area over here, so that's where I'm hoping to have my boat once I get it. It'd be quite convenient for sure, and hopefully everything will start moving along smoother, because I'm getting real sick out here. I mean, not being able to eat all the time, not being able to shower, not being able to stay clean, not being able to, you know, have a place to be able to actually move around. It's just draining me. It's getting me very sick. It's been very hard lately. But you know, I got to do what I got to do, and figure it out day by day. Is all I can do. But hopefully the phone doesn't ring too quick. I have it on my gimbal in the shade instead of up by that. You can see the little bracket where I usually have my phone, but I'm hoping that it being further back and not in the sun will keep it from overheating so fast. But we shall see. Hey kitten, how are you? Can you do me a favor and tell me if it's lagging on your end? I'm watching it on my tablet too, so I can keep an eye on the chat. But I don't know if it's my phone that's if it's the video that's lagging on. Hey kitten, how are you? Can you do me a favor and tell me if it's lagging on your end? I'm watching it on my. But I don't know. It's so freaking hot out here. I don't even know how to think sometimes. But like I said, this is right past that little area is a little anchorage where one day, hopefully, I pray and hope. All right. Well, maybe it's just on my tablet. Like I said, I have to watch on my tablet to keep keep an eye on the chat. So it might be just my tablet lagging, but that's okay. I wish I could find a spot in the shade where I could actually have a good view as well, but it's just like a hot box in this van right now. It's so miserably hot. My sugars have been out of control. My leg, I think I'm getting neuropathy in my legs or something like that. I think that's what's going on in my legs. It meets all the signs for it, and of course, with being type 1 diabetic, it's something that you can get pretty easily. My legs have just been so bad, and now, like I said, I can't sleep on the bed anymore. It's in the back of the van. It's just too hot. There's no wind, so also not sleeping properly in the front seat is probably not helping either. But that is what it is. It is just another day, though. Like I said, this week I'm going to be very busy. So tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to go pressure wash that house, and then I'm going to do the quick mulch job. That won't take too long. I just got to edge and mulch, and then Wednesday I'll probably be off, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'll be painting that house. So, but the good thing about that is, like I said, I should be able to save $500 towards the boat. If I've done all my math correctly, that'll get me a full tank of fuel, pay my insurance, pay my phone, get food for a week, and then put $500 towards the boat. So we'll be at $530 towards our goal of $7,000. 500 will be from me working, and 30 is from wonderful donations from you guys, and I appreciate it. But like I said, just one day at a time. I'm going to get there. I'm going to try to bust my butt and do everything I can to get out of this situation, because it's so unbelievably hot. Yeah, it's definitely going to be helpful. It's going to be nice to be able to start saving a little bit. You know, I haven't been able to save anything yet, but I'll be able to, you know, once it's in savings, I don't care what I go through. Unless this van breaks down or something horrible, I'm not going to touch it. I've got to get home. I can't be living in this van too much longer. It's killing me literally. So I don't want to, you know, I'm not able to eat right. I can't cook. I can't do all these things. It's just, and you know, my sugars are always high. It's going to take its toll on me, you know, and I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, you know, I've got to do something. I wish I knew how to do it better and faster, but this is what I've got, and this is what I'm going to continue to try to do, and try to better my situation the best I possibly can. But it's such a nice view out. I figured I'd go live for a little while, you know, enjoy the view, and if anybody wants to chat, we can chat. Anybody wants to support the channel, you know, the links are in the description, also scrolling below, and the URL code. Not expected, but it's appreciated. But liking, sharing, and subscribing is absolutely free. So if you guys don't mind, please hit that like button, share it out. Well, thank you very much, kitten. I appreciate you sharing me. Such a beautiful day out here. But this will eventually be my home. I don't know if you guys can see it though. Like I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit more. Like, oops, I can't zoom. There we go. And then we're gonna try to push this way just a hair. There we go. And there. Now you can see the boats a little bit better. So eventually, that's where I'll be parking my boat once I get one. Such a beautiful spot. The sunsets will be amazing too. Right out here on the water. Very hazy day today. It's so humid and hot. We've been having a big drought too. We need rain massively. We haven't got any rain lately, which really has been putting a damper on things. And the humidity level's been above 70% every day. It just makes it for a very, very gross day. But once I get out on the boat, one thing about a boat is when you're on either a mooring or anchors, your boat's always facing towards the wind. So the wind's blowing in at you, and they have the hatches, and the hatches catch the wind, and I can get a wind scoop, and it's basically like having an AC out there. Plus, I'll have solar panels and all that to have fans and refrigeration and stuff like that. So it'll be a whole lot better once I get out there. Just gotta keep saving, and eventually I'll get there. I'm hoping within the next few months, but who knows? It's probably gonna take till summer's pretty close to being over, which is gonna be a hot summer in this van. Like, I mean, some people have nice setups and they can live in a van and they go travel and do all those things, but it's a whole lot different when you have no AC. You don't have a setup. You can't cook. You can't clean. I mean, you can't keep clean. You can't do anything. It's just a metal box. I don't have money for all these things to make it, actually decent living. Not having an AC in Florida in the van too makes it very, very, very difficult. I don't have a fan in here. I don't have an AC. I don't have anything. It's just dead heat, which is not fun at all. But it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's my insulin's probably getting spoiled again too. I think that's the reason why. I've been getting a lot sicker the last couple days, and my legs have been just going so bad, and I haven't been able to sleep. But your insulin's supposed to stay no more than it's in the pens, because I use the pens. I don't use the vials. Vials you have to keep in the refrigerator, but the pens, they're not supposed to be above room temperature, and it's 90 to 100 degrees in this van right now. Probably closer to 100. Because of the, it's just, like I said, it's an oven. It's way hotter in here than it is out there. And it's not like I have anywhere to go sit or go do anything, so it's just I kind of sit in the van and just boil. And even at night, it's even when the sun stops, it's just so muggy out. I don't have good airflow. I have 2 windows in this van that go down, my driver's side, and the passenger side only goes down halfway. I'm not sure why. Got to figure that out eventually, but because that's quite annoying. It'd be nice if I could have it all the way down. But I don't know. We're getting closer on our hours too. I think we are up to needing 580 more hours now to get the first part of the monetization done. So it's slowly getting there. But the last 3 or 4 days, our hours have been going up. Instead of like 5 or 6 a day, they've been closer to 20 watch hours a day. So that's starting to tick up a little bit, which is very nice. Our subscribers have went up phenomenal. We went up 98 subscribers this month. So I would like to thank each and every one of you guys who have been recently subscribed, and that means a whole lot to me as well. I don't know, it's just, not much we can really, do during the day unless I'm working. Hey, if I could, I'd be working 7 days a week just so I could get on a boat faster. But right now, it's just, today is like, it's one of those days where you have nothing to do and it's just so hot, and when you get so hot, you just feel horrible. And on top of that, my sugars are high, and it's just, it makes it for a crappy day, I guess. But what can you do? What can you do? But this is a very relaxing spot, at least. It might be. It's like I said, it's 100 degrees in this fan at least. But something, At least, I mean, it could be a whole lot worse. I at least got my van. I'm not sleeping outside in case it rains, and it's a bit safer. Granted, I've got to sleep with my windows open, and I'm sleeping in my front seat, so I'm like very, very vulnerable where I'm at. But you know, it's what I got. So, and I'm not getting harassed by the cops, which is wonderful. Florida, I don't know if anybody knows, but it's actually illegal to be homeless in your vehicle in Florida. So it's legal to be homeless anywhere in Florida, whether you're in a vehicle or not. Oh, but what I do to be out there just fishing right now, and you know, enjoying the breeze of the and being able to just enjoy life. But one day I will be able to enjoy work and just go home and, you know, go to a store and actually buy some food and put it in my refrigerator would be amazing. And, you know, being able to actually have a refrigerator and keep my insulin cool and, you know, actually live and enjoy life a little bit. Definitely would love to be going fishing too. I haven't gone fishing in forever. It would be nice. Hey Jimmy, how are you doing? I'm not exactly sure what that is. What is the AI training gigs? I'm not... I've never heard of that before, but I definitely, you know, I mean, hey, I'm interested. I'm always looking into getting in anything. Luckily, I've got that exterior though this week, and that'll put some, you know, put me a little bit ahead of where, you know, I have been lately. So sorry, I didn't even notice you mentioned yet, but I appreciate that. It's so hot, it's hard to pay attention to a whole lot of things. It makes you just like, I don't know, your brain's not working in this heat. And my sugar, I don't know, I'm actually going to test my sugar right now. Let's see what it is. I haven't even checked it all day today. So it's probably a good thing to check my sugar levels. Let's see what I'm at. Hold on, I'm going to get a strip out. And I will show you guys after. I'll do a live blood sugar reading. That'll be fun. I hate these things. Ow. Oh, come on. My fingers are... I miss my Dexcom so bad. There we go. Why am I not bleeding? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my my finger to bleed. There we go. I'll read that comment in 1 second after I check my sugar. Alright, well, it's not the best. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, I don't even know where I'm at. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not. It's 323. But anyways. So it's pretty high still. Get a USB fan they charge up while it lasts. Can you see? Yeah, you could see that a little bit. Yeah, I need to do something, but the thing is, I'm afraid too, because the battery on the van died a week ago, and I'm not sure if something was on or what's happening, but I'm afraid to kill the battery too. And I can't afford to, I mean, it costs so much for fuel right now. I can't afford to run this thing to recharge the battery and all that. I was almost thinking about looking into if I can get some money saved up, looking into getting a solar panel set up that I can just eventually switch to the boat anyways, with a battery in the back, and this way I can have power, and I can just get an inverter, and I can have a fan, and I can have an extra charging system. But because I mean, I have a fan in here, but it's just I don't have a way to charge the batteries. It's a rechargeable fan, but like I said, you know, I don't have power right now. I need to start, if I can ever remember it, I should start charging it at customers' houses, but I kind of feel weird doing that because I don't want them to, you know, ask too many questions about that type of stuff, and I try to, you know, look professional as possible. Oh man, it's hot. It's like I feel like it's 1,000 degrees in this van, I swear. It makes you just feel so horrible. But it's actually like the tourists are quite low today. I mean, it's that time of year now where people don't want to cut. It's too hot, and our busy season is actually in the winter. So it's definitely slow. The tourism of this area has definitely calmed down, which is kind of nice. I'm able to actually park in front of the water. Usually you can never get parking over here where I am at right now because, everybody likes to sit out here by the water. But it's just so hot and miserable, people don't want to come down here this time of year. And the sad part is it's only going to get hotter, so. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's true. It's not a bad idea. I just, like I said, I have a Ryobi one. I have an inverter. It's a tiny one. I got when I was going to New Mexico, and so we could blow up the air mattress when I was with ex. And I probably could use that while I'm just driving, but I don't drive long because it's, like I said, it's the price of fuel is so expensive. Those things take a while to charge, at least a couple hours, and that just scares me, I guess. And I don't drive too long because I can't afford to. I only really drive now whenever I have to go to work, and I park on whatever side of town I'm working on. Like today, I'll be sleeping at Walmart because I've got to go pick up the pressure washer in the morning. The people who own the farm are going to let me use their pressure washer to pressure wash the house. So I'm going to go pick up that in the morning, go pressure wash the house. Once I'm done pressure washing that, head over to the other side of town, and I got to go do that mulch job. And then I'll be parking back at Walmart again tomorrow night because I'll be headed back out to start painting on Thursday. So I'll just hang out at the Walmart area for a couple days. Probably actually be sleeping at Walmart all week instead of Wawa's. So I'll be on the other side of town. I won't be close to water for a little bit, but that's okay. I just like being by the water better. But what's the name of the place that you sign up at, though? AI training gigs. Like, is there a website or is there an app or? Well, it's definitely something I could look into. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It does help our hours, and like I said, we're getting sorry. My asthma's been doing worse in this heat as well, and I don't have an inhaler anymore, so it's been harder to breathe with this heat. But no, I do appreciate that too, because like I said, we're getting closer on our hours, and that will help. The more everybody chats and comments and views and does all these things too, it really does help our algorithm, so our videos get pushed out more. So I do appreciate everybody. What is this guy doing? I don't know. But it is like, oh my God, I'm drenched in sweat. It is so hot right now. It's unbearable sometimes. I just want to be, cool and normal and not sweating, because this is a gross feeling, especially when you haven't been able to shower in a long time. The last time God, I don't even remember the last shower I had. It was probably in March. It's gross. I still got to figure that out. I mean, it's freaking already the middle of May, so I know it's been almost 2 months now, and it's so disgusting because I'm not that person, and it's just, I don't know, it makes you feel horrible about yourself. Hey Witness, how you doing, buddy? It is a beautiful view. This is actually this is the city you're looking at. It's a little bar right there. It's a little bar, tiki area, whatever. But past that, is the city Anchorage, and that's where I will be parking the boat once I eventually get one. So eventually this will be my backyard. Anybody who doesn't know, who just tuned into, the exterior job did get a hold of me. I start the pressure washing tomorrow on that, so that'll be nice. After everything's all said and done, I should be able to pay this month's insurance, which is due again shortly because I paid it so late. The phone, which is due on the 20th, and I should be able to fill up the tank and get a little bit of probably about a week's worth of food, and then still put away $500 towards the boat. So after this painting job is done and all that, we should be at roughly $530 towards the boat. So that is a big step. Yeah, it's been hard with the asthma lately. Like I said, it's been so hot and just so muggy, and it's just not good for your breathing. And like I said, unfortunately, I don't have an inhaler. So it's not as bad as it used to be. When I was young, I wouldn't have been able to go without an inhaler. But it still definitely acts up, and it makes me like, I don't know, the mornings are worse. But, I don't know. It is what it is. This heat is... I don't know, I actually breathe better in the heat, though, surprisingly. I mean, I have a hard time regardless of heat and cold. But it's better in the humidity and muggy for some reason than it is in the cold. When it's bitter cold, like it was up north when I was living in Maine, when it get down to like below 20 degrees, I couldn't breathe at all. Like I was constantly having issues with my breathing there. It was quite the pain in the butt. If you guys are just tuning in too, please like, share, subscribe. If you guys can really smash that like button. And the more you guys comment, also, it helps out with the algorithm, so I do appreciate the chatting. Makes it a little bit more personal too, so we can continue to get to know each other and talk about each other's problems as well. Yeah, I definitely need a solar panel. I'm thinking about looking into one, maybe even after I finish this painting job, just because it's going to take me months still to get a boat or whatever. Maybe I might take a little bit of this money that I get from this painting gig and look online, see if we can find a used solar panel that I can mount to the roof of this van, and get a little setup just so I can have some sort of power where I can have constant fan, because that would just make life tremendously better while I'm waiting. And then I can just transfer that solar panel right onto the boat once I'm able to get on the boat and all that, once I get one. So that would be helpful there as well. It's just such a nice view though, looking out at these boats and all that. I love watching the boats. I just wish I was out there. But one day I will be out there, and I will not be living in this daggone van no more. Anybody doesn't know, like I said, it's like over 100 degrees in this van right now. And that's not even exaggerating. It's very, very, very hot. You got to figure it's 90-something. It's about 90 degrees outside, and then you add the temperature of the sun hitting the metal of the van. There's no insulation to stop it or whatever, so it just builds up. It's like a little oven in here. Becomes quite painful, just being so hot. I'm not really pain. You ever get that, like, I don't know, I'm sure you had that exhaustion feeling from being overheated. It's like that all the time now because it's never cool in this van. I actually look forward to work, even when I'm working outside, because I'm outside doing something, but I don't know, I just have a hard time when I'm not working to still go out and do stuff, because, I just feel like crap, so it's hard to want to go do something, but especially if you're not, making money doing it, so. Oh, but it is beautiful out here. I just cannot wait to have a home, I don't want to be homeless anymore. I do not enjoy it at all. But this exterior will help, and he, I've heard this before, so I'm not going to get my hopes up. But he says he has a few other people who want their houses painted too if I do a good job, so. If that does go good, and which I know I'll do a good job, and I'm a good painter, and I take dedication into my work. No, please talk about anything, kitten. It helps the channel, honestly, when you guys chat anyways. And it's all, there's no bad idea. It's just, some things will work and some things work. Well, and you're absolutely correct. I absolutely need these things. It's just been hard. I haven't, I'm lucky to eat once a day right now. And this painting job will help, but I'm still going to wait till I finish that. So it's going to be a rough week until I get this done, because I don't have very much money left until this painting job's done. And like I said, it's going to take me, I get a pressure wash on tomorrow, and then I'm going to start painting on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I should be able to get paid for it on Monday. So it's going to be a long haul till Monday with very little money. But I'm going to make it, and I'm going to save up for this boat, and I'm going to be okay. But it's hard to do a lot of these things. Like I said, I barely eat once a day right now, and I'm supposed to be eating 3 to 5 times a day, and small meals. I just can't afford to do that. That's another reason why it's like my sugars are so high, because it's trying to make something into something that because I'm not eating. So it's breaking down all my muscle and my fat, and which I don't have any fat left, so now it's just breaking down muscle, and it's just to try to turn it into energy or whatever. It's just a pain in the butt. But once I'm able to, it'd be nice, because I love to fish, so I can eat, I'll fish. I'll eat out of the ocean almost every day if I can. Plus I'll get like a big old thing of rice to put out in the boat, and potatoes and stuff like that. I mean, granted, I still gotta be careful with the carbs, but I can get stuff like that, and pastas and fish, and chicken and stuff like that. And actually have a refrigerator to put it in. Oh my god, it sounds so amazing. I haven't cooked in so long. I just want to have a home cooked meal. It would be so amazing just to be able to, go onto my boat and take a shower and cook a meal. But one day I'll get there. One day I will get there. Oh, that's awesome, Witness. Congratulations. That's awesome. I am so happy to hear that. I'm glad everything's going good with that, and hopefully she lives a great, healthy, beautiful, long life. And that's awesome, man. I miss my grandchildren very, very much. My daughter's still not talking to me because her boyfriend is a controlling weirdo. I miss my grandkids so much. But one day she'll realize that he's just an over-controlling, overbearing jerk and talk to me again. Oh man, I just got so much sweat just covering me. It's gross. But today I'm going to work on cleaning the back of the van, because like I said, I'm not sleeping in the bed, so I'm going to take the bed down, clean it all up, clean up my storage areas. It's going to be way too hot to sleep in the back anymore, so I'm probably done for the season and sleeping on the bed, so I'll be sitting up again. But I just can't sleep back there. It's way too hot, so that'll give me more room for tools and working and stuff like that. So it has its ups and its downs. Worst part is I'm not going to be able to sleep very well anymore, but the better part is I'm not back there sweating and dying, because it's bad, so bad sweating when I'm sleeping in the back now. I can't. I tried the last couple nights, and it's been 75, 80 degrees at night, and with the 7% humidity, it's horrible. Not exactly good sleeping weather. Oh man. Oh, I can't wait. See, I gotta figure out too exactly. Now, so what we're looking at, like I said, is a mooring field, but I don't really want, I'm not sure I'm gonna want to be on a mooring. I think I might want to be on anchors, because that's completely free. But I need to look into it and see exactly how much the mooring is, what it covers, wherever you park your skiff around here, because I'm gonna have to not only get a boat, but a lot of times when you buy a sailboat or something like that, it comes with a skiff. But if not, I have to figure all that out, because you have to get from the boat to land. You can't just bring the big old boat up there, because they draft so much, But I'm going to have to start doing a lot of research on that too, because I found some nice boats. I even found a couple of boats for around $3,000 to $4,000 that are manageable. But I got to make sure it's not derelict, because it needs to have a running motor. So that's the biggest thing. And I need it to be somewhere close around here, because I don't want to really get something too far away and then have to move it here. That's expensive, Well, I mean, unless I could sail it, with the sailboat. But it's something I gotta definitely look into and all that. I'd really like to, I'm either gonna get a sailboat. I might get a cabin cruiser or something like that, because they're just wider. Depending, I found a few of those too for pretty cheap. You can get those for $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, somewhere around there. But that's what they're asking, so you can usually talk them down to 7. So my goal is 7, you know. So if I see something for 10, I could probably offer them 7,000 cash, and I'll take it, you know. And they're very, you know, they're a lot wider, and you just have a lot more room. They're just expensive to move around, but I'm not planning on moving it around. It's just going to be my home, you know. But we'll see. Just got to keep saving. If I can my goal is I got to try to save at least $1,000 a month somehow. That'll put me at 7 months. 7 more months of being homeless in this van. But if I can get there, you know, that's doing, you know, 2 exteriors a month, which I can, you know, I should be able to do 3 or 4. So, and if I can do 2 exteriors, and if I can do at least 2 exteriors a month, I can save $1,000 a month. Plus the other odd jobs I'm doing and all that. And I'm still charging way too cheap, but it is what it is. I've got to just try to keep getting these jobs as much as I can so I can save. But this is the first big job I've had in a while, so it'll be nice to have this all, you know, caught up and done, and be able to actually save something for once. It's going to be beautiful. And I've also got to figure out my so I don't have an address, and my plates are from Maine, and I don't have the title to this van. It's in my name, of course, but you know, when I bought this van, and then I registered the van 2 days before I left, so I didn't get the title yet. You know, the title had to get mailed to me. Well, I don't live at that address anymore, so I don't have the title to this van, and plates run out next month. So I've got to figure out what I got to do about that. I think I can register them online and just renew it, but the only thing is I won't have the stickers. But if they run the plates, I guess it'd still be good because it's showing the system that they're still bad. They just wouldn't have the stickers. So probably I'm going to hope to be able to do that. I do have a friend up there. I could have him send them and mail them to me, general delivery maybe, or something like that. I need to get a P.O. box, is what I really need to do. Especially once I start, you know, am able to save and get on a boat and all that stuff, and I've got to get things for the boat. And Amazon's the best way. I need an address so I can, you know, use Amazon, you know, and buy stuff for the boat and have it shipped there. And so I can, you know, no matter what I do for that price range, the boat's going to need some work. So, which I don't mind. I love doing that type of stuff. They had a 77-foot freaking yacht on Facebook, which I'm not. That's $30,000, which is stupid low for it. I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's got to be something major wrong with it for that big of a boat to be for that cheap. It's just not in my price range, anyways. But I was looking at boats yesterday, and that thing was so beautiful. But I would like to just get like a 30 to 40-foot sailboat or a cabin cruiser. You know, something that's older, needs work, but doesn't leak, won't, you know, sink on me, and at least has working amenities. Or, you know, I don't care if it needs some work, because I'm good at that, but it's got to at least, you know, be somewhat livable. And it definitely can't be derelict. It has to be able to, you know, move under its own power, because you can get a huge fine for being on a derelict vessel out there. It's very dangerous for everybody anyways, so not one of the greatest things. If you guys are just tuning in, please make sure you hit that like button for me. It really helps with the algorithm too. And if you can, share it out. Subscribe if you have not. If you guys wish to support the channel, the links are scrolling below in the description and the QR code. Anything you guys do donate goes straight towards getting a sailboat, and that money is not being touched. We have $30 saved up so far from donations. We've had 2 donations, a $10 donation and a $20 donation. And that's so far what we have. Plus, once I finish this painting job, I'll be adding $500 to that. So we'll be up to basically $530 towards the boat, which means we need $6,470. But, you know, that's a little less than $7,000 already, so it should take me, like I said, it should be done by that job by Monday. And the people from the farm that I take care of, they're gone this week anyway, so that'll be good. So I can get that all done, and then when they get back, I'll be able to take care of the farm again for a couple days, and that'll give me some more money. which would just basically go towards food and more food and stuff like that, because that's what I've got to make sure I eat. I've got to start eating more than once a day. I think that's my major problem. I'm only eating once a day. I just can't afford to. I mean, the fuel being so expensive and everything else being so expensive, it's hard to do. But I've really got to, that's why I'm sick all the time. That, and I think my insulin's going bad in this heat again, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, anyways, that's my update for the day, guys. I just want to go live for a little bit. It is so hot. My phone's overheating again, and I feel horrible. I mean, it's so muggy and crappy, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you guys wish to support the channel, you know what to do. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be back. I'll probably make a regular video tonight, too, once it cools down. It is just so unbelievably hot right now. Like I said, it sits in over 100 degrees while I'm sitting in this van. So it takes a whole lot out of me, and makes it hard to think, makes it hard to do a whole lot of stuff. But anyways, I appreciate everybody. Hopefully everybody has a great day. And Witness, thank you so much for that donation the other day too, for the $10. I really, really appreciate that. And everybody take care, and congratulations once again. And Kitten, thanks for showing up like always. I appreciate you all, and have a wonderful day.